大家好，欢迎收看本周的对话好莱坞，我是主持人施旺。今天的嘉宾呢，我们有请到了 Asian World Film Festival 的执行负责人和创始人Chamchoum 先生，来跟我们聊聊他口中这个独一无二的电影节是怎么样的。
Enke.
Enke.
Tükür.
Tükür.
Üç yolu tükür.
Sal. Uzatasından sal. Ayağına yetkirip.
Hi, Mr. Chamchoum. How are you doing today?
George, please. Call me George, not Mr.
Oh, okay. George.
Hi.
How are you doing today? Thank you for inviting us to your beautiful house.
Thank you. It's an honor for me to have you here.
So tell us, you said this is one of a kind film festival. It's very unique. What makes it unique?
Okay, as most of the people know, there are about 3,400 festivals all over the world. You know,
Many.
Anybody opens, like opening a shop now.
Yeah.
Our festival, what makes our festival really unique is that we only take movies that are submitted to the Oscars and the Golden Globe. And that is why the festival is always end of October, early November, because this is the time, it's the award season. That's where the country submit their movies to the Oscars. The foreign, of course, we're talking about foreign language here.
So the category of foreign language
It's
film.
the category of foreign language film. There are 51 countries in Asia. Roughly between 20 and 23 movies, 23 countries submit movies. Last year it was 22, if I remember well, and we had 17 Oscar submitted movies, and we had 10 HFP, Hollywood Foreign Press, the Golden Globe. So yes, we focus mostly on those movies for a very, very good reason. Since 1947, 69 years ago, Asia only had 5 Oscars. That's it. And 2 honoraries. So in fact, total 7 Oscars. I mean, that's 69 years of Oscars and only 5. And that's how the idea came to Sadiq Sharniyaz, who is the former Minister of Culture of Kyrgyzstan. And he's a filmmaker too. He came to me and said, George, let's do something to promote those Asian countries to go to the Oscars. So we have a chance to at least be nominated or win an Oscar. And I said, okay, let's do, what would you like to do? And he said, how about we do a festival? Because you've been organizing festivals. And that is the logic thing. And that's how we came about. And we started the Asian World Film Festival a year ago.
It's only a year ago. It's a new baby.
Yes, it's the second year now. And the uniqueness of it, again, is that we take the movies that are submitted by Asia, and then we help them promote their movie, because again, there's something that a lot of people don't know. To promote on a minimum basis a movie is about $50,000. Guess what? Some of those movies don't even cost $50,000. So how do you want those poor filmmakers, full of talent, to be able to promote their movies? So that is our job. We're here to promote their movies, to put it out there, so we're really a springboard to the Golden Globe and to the Oscars. And we're a non-profit, so we don't take money. Filmmakers don't have to pay to show their movies. We actually do all the promotion for them. So it's a huge help. And as you said, it's a baby, but a baby is really a grown-up baby, because last year we had one of our movies was was nominated. The film
In the
from
Oscar.
Jordan. Yes.
Beautiful.
So to us, it's a miracle. I mean, after a second
It's
year.
like a parent.
Exactly. And also, what is wonderful is that we are officially partnered with the Hollywood Foreign Press, which is the Golden Globe, which also gives us a prestigious situation in the world of festivals.
So you only pick movies from nomination, from Oscar nomination, Golden Globes. What if there are great movies that they are not nominated in those awards?
I love that question because this is a question that goes straight to my heart. It doesn't mean a country when it chooses a movie, it means this is it, it's the best movie.
Exactly.
No, it's not true because in fact each country is different. Lebanon, for example, it's the Ministry of Culture. There's a committee that chooses the movie. Other countries, it's an organization of filmmakers, producers, directors, etc.
Right.
So those guys sometime, and I know that some countries, they go more towards, oh, my friend has a movie, so let's send it to the Oscars. I think, so what I decided, in fact, this decision came from me. What I decided is, okay, there are some amazing movies out there. Plus, there are some countries that nobody has heard of. Granted, they are republics in Russia, but even Russia doesn't look at them sometimes. I mean, they have some amazing movies like Yakutia, Buryatia, Tuva, Bashkortostan, and then last year, for example, one of our best movies came from Buryatia. We had a movie from Yakutia. The first time ever those movies were screened in America, in the Americas, not America, in the Americas.
In the history.
In the history. For example, Mongolia, we invited Mongolia because there's a huge Mongolian community here and they don't have a movie at the Oscars, so we invited, a movie. And this year also we're having one from Mongolia, we're having a movie from Yakutia, but this year the movie from Yakutia is going to the Golden Globe, which makes it, in our terms that yes, it's going to Golden Globe, so let's show it. So I love those movies that are outside the realm of our rules, let's say, okay, or criteria of choosing a movie. It's like a discovery. This is like you have the Oscar and the Golden Globe.
Yes.
And then you have the parallel program, which is the discovery of those countries, like World Panorama, for example, let's call it.
Yes, you're like a talent scout for films.
I wouldn't say really talent scout. I would say more, I want people to enjoy what I love. I mean, I love, there are so many great movies from those countries that nobody has even heard of. I mean, isn't it beautiful to go into a theater, sit down for 2 hours, and you discover this
whole world. Yes.
The habits, the way they live, etc. I mean, it is fascinating. I mean, who goes to those countries, or how many times in your lifetime you go there? I'm lucky. I go very often to Yakutia because I'm the director of the Yakutia Film Festival at the same time. But who else goes? I mean, really. And for me, this festival is a godsend because I share my passion, and I have a wonderful team that share this passion too, and I have a wonderful founder, Sadiq Sharmiaz, who's an amazing guy. I mean, this is like so wonderful that he came up with this idea, and we are backed by him. I mean, Kyrgyzstan, he's from Kyrgyzstan, I think I said it. Having Kyrgyzstan, behind us is a huge thing for us.
That's nice. So you've been doing film festivals before this one for many years, I heard. What inspired you to do film festival in the first place? It sounds like you have so much passion.
Okay, I started in the movie business. I'm a film director, first and foremost.
So from the creative side.
Yes, I've directed over 40 movies. I started in 1968, when I shot my first movie. And I always loved the feel of festivals. I always loved going to festivals. I was lucky enough that most of my movies were invited to festivals. So I used to be a rat festival. I liked to go to, as many festivals as I can. And
what do you like the most about festival? As a director back then?
In the 60s, 70s, 80s, it was a different feel. It was really about movie making. It was really about creating. It was really about meeting the real filmmakers and sitting with them. It's not like now, you want to talk to someone, his agent comes in the middle, and then you cannot talk to him, or I mean, it's becoming so cold now.
Business.
And it's all about money,
Business.
and that's why I do not. There are many festivals. I think we should go back to the beginning.
To the heart of creative.
On what festival used to be. Yes, I mean here. There's a beautiful festival which is called Palm Springs Film Festival, which I love. You feel the filmmakers. There's South by Southwest. You feel the real filmmakers there. Berlin, for example, one of the big ones, is still a filmmakers festival. That's what I want now. That's what I would like to see in festival. And I mean, it's just, you walk in the street, you see other filmmakers, you talk to them, and you learn so much. And then you see so many movies. I mean, life is all about the movies for me.
So you were director for many years, and then what makes you?
Well, when I used to live in Paris in 1982. There was this amazing festival called le Festival du Film Fantastique et de Science-Fiction, which is a film festival of science fiction and horror movies.
Okay.
It was one of the most important festivals in the world. That festival, actually, we discovered Joe Dante, Steven Spielberg, Sam Raimi came from that festival. And I was blessed enough to be chosen to be on the board of that festival. So for like 8 years, I was on the board of this festival, and I worked, and I saw the in and outs, and I got passionate immediately, and I became friend with so many actors like Vincent Price, who became, God rest his soul, became a very dear friend of mine. I mean, I can name you hundreds of those filmmakers and actors. Sorry, that's the essence of everything. Meeting those people at festival. And I said, you know what? I want to go into film festivals. And then I moved on, and I started making my movies, and then also organizing festival. And the one that I was the most involved was called the Monaco Charity Film Festival. For 8 years, I was the executive director. We started with nothing, 3 movies, and we ended up showing about 120 movies a year in Monaco.
And you're bringing those experience to the Asian World Film Festival.
Yeah, I bring my experience to the Asian World Film Festival, absolutely. And I have, I am so blessed to have a team, because without the team, you're nothing. I believe in collaboration. I don't believe you're the boss and you work, and no, we don't have this. And my team, they're all volunteers, believe it or not. I have about 15 people. They are all volunteers. They give their time. They give like 5 months of their life just for the festival, because they believe in this festival. They believe in Asian films. They believe, of this. So many talented. Do you know how many talented people come from these countries? I mean, it's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. People are just like this, looking at Hollywood movies, or France, or Germany, or Denmark. But Asia is a wealth of talent.
So can you give us some examples of talented filmmakers that you met or you saw in your festival?
Do you know how many there are out there? I mean, it's like you can have a book like this of names. Well, I'll start with Zhang Yimou, who is one of the greatest. And then
Zhang Yimou.
Zhang Yimou, yeah. Ang Lee, Chen Kai-ge, who's a friend of mine.
陈凯歌.
Yes, who's a friend of mine.
What do you like?
Yoichi Yamada, Kurosawa, of course. So there are so many filmmakers out there.
Say, what do you like about Zhang Yimou's film?
Zhang Yimou is a universal director. He knows how to appeal to the people who love movies, who love the art, and to the people who love, entertainment. He knows how to combine both. So his movies, you know that when you see the name of Zhang Yimou, you know that you're going to see a good movie. You will never get bored. It might not be a masterpiece, but you can be sure that it's a good movie. But of course, he made masterpieces too. Ang Lee is also another universal filmmaker. He's done movies in America like better than any American. I mean, the spirit of America in his movies like Brokeback Mountain and he made so many movies in America. Sense and Sensibility. I mean, it's like a British guy did this movie. You understand what I mean? So those guys, they have the sensibility of not only Asia, but they bring the sensibility of America, Europe. They're universal people. And
how about Chen Kai-ge?
I love Chen Kai-ge, but don't ask me because I'm going to be biased. I told you he's a friend, and I love him, and I love every movie he does. He's an extremely talented director.
Okay.
I love his movies, and again, they know how to tell a story. They know how to start from A and at Z. It's not they start at A or they start at let's say M, and then they jump to A, and then they go back to B, and then no, he tells your story from A to Z, and you sit and you enjoy it.
So let's talk about your festival last year. We have all the selections here. Do you have anyone that you especially recommend to our audience who are not probably familiar with a lot of the films here?
All the movies were really good, I mean, we had good movies from, as I said, from 27 countries. We had 30 movies from 27 countries. I mean, I don't want to say, okay, I prefer that one or that one, but I
not prefer, just recommending what stories.
If you have a chance to see the movie from Buryatia, that would be great, but I don't think it'll have an international distribution.
Okay.
Assassin, of course. I don't know how to pronounce it. Xing Xiao Hao.
Hou Xiaoqian.
Hou Xiaoqian, that's it. Oh my God. Okay. So, Assassin was an extremely interesting movie.
It's a closing film for the festival.
The closing was Assassin.
Yeah.
I opened with Shameless, a Korean movie, a wonderful Korean movie. It was very, very difficult movie, but it was, the public was very happy, and that's what makes me happy, is to see my public happy.
So did you watch Assassin?
Which one?
Just curious.
I watched them all. I've seen them all.
Right.
Yeah, and I love them. I mean, Assassin is such a beautiful, aesthetically perfect movie. It's like every frame is like a painting. It's like you're going into a museum, but it's a moving museum. Yeah.
Right. So, are you bringing anything new this year to this year's film festival?
Well, I mean,
of course, with a partner with Foreign Pass.
I mean, the movies that we have for sure is the South Korean movie, Age of Shadows, which is a great movie, by the way. I mean, don't miss that one. It's an incredible movie. And what we're doing new also this year, which I'm very, very excited about, is CJ Entertainment, the Korean.
Yes, it's a big.
They want to revive the Korean Film Festival. So what we're going to do is we will launch it from our festival this year, and next year they'll fly, independently. So we're going to show 5 Korean movies during the festival. For the moment, we don't have a title for it, but it's Korean Film Days or whatever you want. And then we have a movie from Lebanon called Listen, from Kyrgyzstan, My Father's Will, a wonderful movie. But again, we're waiting. Oh, I have a great movie from Palestine, 3,000 Nights. But again, I'm waiting for the rest. At this point, I don't know.
Yes, at this point, you're waiting every day for the list to come out.
Believe me, sometimes I don't sleep all night waiting to see which movie is going to pop up, on the, which country is going to submit, So we're waiting.
Well, we're looking forward to this year's festival.
Thank you.
So,
See you there, of course.
yes, I will go. So at the last part of our show, we just want you to encourage the young Chinese, the young filmmakers or people who want to enter the industry, to just encourage them.
My passion is to help young filmmakers. I have been so blessed in my life. God has given me so much in my life that I feel that I have to return this. So for the past 20-25 years, I've been returning it towards the young filmmakers. For example, I have a festival in Lebanon called NGU International Film Festival. This is the 10th year, and it is student film festival. It's short and student film festival because it is that's where you discover the future filmmakers. My message to them is, don't wait. Now, you could make a movie even with your mobile. So don't wait, don't talk, don't say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just do it. Just go and do it. It doesn't matter. It's good or not good. At least you did it. And that is key. That is important. Because you have people that, I've met people, believe me, I heard them 10 years ago talking, oh, I have this project I'm going to do, oh, I'm nearly there, or I'm this and that, and it never happens. And you have others, they tell you, George, I have this project, and then pop, a year later you see the project. It costs them a lot. I don't mean money, like a lot of sacrifices, and then you see it on the screen. This is what a young filmmaker should do. Just go and do it. There are a lot of people around you that will help you, that will do it for the passion of it, for the love of it. I mean, you're a young actress, so you should know. And I'm sure that if somebody offers you today a part without any money, you'll probably take it, because this is the way to start. My final word is please, it is absolute, be humble. Be humble, because humility will open all doors.
Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.